Hello, welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. Today I've got a pale ale for you from Tiny Rebel, and I've got this one in my latest Beer 52 delivery, and it's an interesting looking one. It is a can of their Pump Up the Jam Doughnut Pale Ale, coming in at 5% ABV. Love the artwork as ever with Tiny Rebel. You've got the little Tiny Rebel dude down there, their little sort of teddy bear mascot. And it looks like a donut. That's straight out of Homer Simpson's kitchen, isn't it, that one? That's fantastic. Love the artwork on that. Bright pink can. So yes, Jam Doughnut Pale Ale from Tiny Rebel. What does it say? What does it say? Not a lot, really. There's not a lot of taste info on this one. Brewed and canned at Tiny Rebel. Blah, 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 blah. Ingredients: water, malted barley, malted wheat, hops, and yeast. And that's really all it says. So yeah, really not sure what to expect from this one. But a Jam Doughnut Pale Ale. These craft beers are certainly coming out with some weird and wonderful things, aren't they? So yeah, let's get this out of the can. Into the glass. And straight away there, the aroma I was getting from the can was a very kind of sugary kind of aroma, like an icing sugar type aroma. And there she is. So yes, Tiny Rebel, Pump Up the Jam, cracking can that is, great artwork on that one. So there is this Pump Up the Jam. It has a kind of a marmalade-y colour to it. It's like an orangey, dark orangey colour, bit of red in there as well. It kind of has almost like a strawberry sort of beer look to it. It looks quite nice. Good levels of carbonation. You can probably see the bubbles in that on the glass. There you go. It's got just shy of one finger, slightly off white head on it. Let's get the aroma. Oh, definitely strawberry. Raspberry. I'm getting a big raspberry. Vanilla aroma. Smells really sweet. No real hoppy aroma to it, but so much raspberry in particular. Raspberry and vanilla I'm getting, but I suppose a traditional jam donut is raspberry jam as opposed to strawberry jam. Let's get stuck in. Cheers, guys. Oh, God blimey. It's so sweet. There's loads of raspberries in this. Loads of raspberry. Lots of raspberry. A slight kind of creamy edge to it. Quite thin, but nicely carbonated, but really sweet. So much raspberry's gone into this. Doesn't actually say raspberry in the ingredients. Not a particularly long flavour, not particularly hoppy, no real bitterness to it. There's a bit, it feels like a bit of lactose there. There's a bit of vanilla, slight creamy edge to it. But the only real flavour that jumps out is this raspberry. And it reminds me slightly of a raspberry beer that I bought from one of those discount supermarkets last summer. And it had about sort of 2% alcohol in them, a little pack of 8. And you don't really get the alcohol in it. And the same has to be said for this. So sweet, so much raspberry juice in that. Slightest bit of hops on the back end. Slight creamy flavour. I'm getting a slight kind of raspberry almost like a raspberry ice cream sort of aftertaste. Quite creamy, lactose infused maybe this, but lots of raspberry, a little bit of lactose, slightest bit of hop at the back end. It's nicely carbonated throughout. It's got a nice gentle fizz, certainly thirst quenching, but I think it's a bit too sweet for me. Very sweet, this one. If you've got a sweet tooth, this might be right up your street. But that for me basically is a slightly creamy, very raspberry flavoured beer. Yeah, it does. I'm not getting much of a booze, not getting any of that 5%. But yeah, it's a bit too sweet for me. I'm not sure it tastes much like a jam donut, if I'm honest. But not a bad effort. Yeah, lots of raspberry, slight bit of a vanilla flavour, no real hops, not a lot else going on with it, but very, very sweet, this one. You might fancy that, maybe you won't. But yeah, pump up the jam from Tiny Rebel. Fantastic artwork on the can as ever, but the beer itself, not for me. I'm going to give that, I think I'll give that a 6 out of 10, because it's not unpleasant, it is actually quite nice, but it's just not to my taste. So yeah, Pump Up the Jam by Tiny Rebel. I'm going to give that 6 out of 10. Give the video a big thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll look forward to seeing you on the next one, guys. Take care.